Il Focolare is a charming farmhouse in a typical Tuscan style, located in the countryside surrounding the city of Cortona. It's precisely where we find ourselves today to meet with our clients Cassia and Reed Kingsley, who will share with us the story of how they were able to purchase their wonderful property thanks to the assistance of Roberto Bidgira and Mariana Gaiotto. We'll meet with them shortly. Stay tuned. So Cassia and Reed, first off, welcome. Would you like to start off by telling us a little bit about yourselves?
Sure. We are a family from California, and we've always enjoyed traveling. I was born in Italy, so it has a very special connection to be here. And we have 4 children and a lot of other family members who enjoy traveling. So that's kind of what brought us to the point of looking for a property in Italy.
We enjoy nice properties. We've bought properties in the U.S. before, and this one really sings to us, as we are in the design business as well. And it's just very beautiful here, and we appreciate that.
And what prompted you to purchase a property right here in the countryside of Cortona?
Well, we didn't actually know what we were doing at the beginning. We were doing a lot of research, and we stumbled across Great Estate online. And from the very start, our communication with Roberto was very good. He was very helpful. He was very interested in our needs from the gate, from out of the gate. So we started there, and we sort of landed on Tuscany after looking at different areas, just for all the great assets it provides and the beauty, and it's just so relaxing here. So we're happy we landed on Tuscany, and we're happy we came across Roberto and Great Estate.
Would you like to tell us about your experience with Roberto, your consultant?
Well, I was just going to say, like Reed said, we have purchased other properties before, and an agent can kind of make or break the feelings and the success of the transaction. And we just couldn't be happier with the level of, care, professionalism, insight, assistance. We were definitely going into this blindly, and Roberto was very helpful every step of the way and always keeping us on track. And
it became a partnership and also somewhat of a friendship. So he was good about that. So he established a lot of trust, and I think he had a lot of trust in us, and that's sort of the foundation of anything, really. So.
And also, would you like to tell us about your experience with Roberto's assistant, Mariana?
Yeah, that really helped us make our final decision, was how comprehensive her presentation was, how thorough. Everything she was saying throughout the video was exactly what we would have asked. So there were really no questions needed following the video, and it just instilled a lot of confidence in us in making our decision, the video itself. It's amazing how video really brings the property to life.
How did you find the video visit service that you had at the beginning with Mariana?
Mariana understood, what we wanted to hear, so.
And I think also, Mariana, you understood the features of the home. It wasn't like she walked into a room, this is, she already understood the floor plan and some of the features and benefits, so it helped. It felt like somebody who wasn't just familiar with the house, but also kind of cared about, the things that we would care about. So it was nice.
Roberto, Mariana, what will you remember most about your experience with Cassia and Reed?
I would say great. Of course, we are here to talk in this just wonderful place in Cortona, enjoying a very nice, let's say summer day all together. They are here with their family and enjoy these beautiful countryside properties, which is probably one of the nicest place well known from all over the world, and especially in US, which is Cortona countryside, or this side of Tuscany between Cortona, Montepulciano, Arezzo, Siena. So the experience was great because they have been really they put a lot of trust in us from the beginning. As Reed said, there was a kind of mutual commitment and trust from the very first phone communication. I remember they called like it was mid of August or something like that. So we were kind of around holidays period, but we immediately understand that they were really committed to buy something, and we had a lot of phone conversation immediately, and probably also video calls if I remember well. So I was nearly to go buy holidays, so, and they were really interested in this property. So I asked Mariana, we have to do something, I mean, to make them also, because there were some other interested clients that offers around. So we have to move quickly. Mariana came, took the video. I was on holiday. We do all the checks on the property, and basically we prepared the purchase offer. Mariana from the office. I was in Sardinia by the sea working on the night after. So, but we prepared. Let's say in 1 week we had all the documents ready to make a very detailed and straight offer. They were ready probably even to sign an offer without to come in Italy, but Reed found a way to fly for 1 day and a half or something like that. I remember we came here to pick up him in Cortona. Then we drive here. There were some clients, rental clients, enjoying the property, and I think probably Reed even appreciated even more when it was here in reality than what was in the picture or even in the very, very good video. Yeah. So, and then we start the process of signing the purchase offer and then the acceptance, and then we introduce them to all our professional, the public notary from Siena, English speaking, very helpful. We found also the way to assist them with part of the balance of the price through a mortgage in Italy, which is not easy. We achieve also this great result for them, and we went to the final deed very straight. I was also their proxy to sign the deeds in Italy, so it was a big honor for me. So,
So Mariana, do you want to share also your experience?
Well, for me it was amazing because I went here, I knew how to take a video because it was not the first video visit that I made. But maybe for my experience that I thought, okay, if I was the client, I would like to be like the eyes of the person who cannot be here. So I moved towards the house and I tried to show them what they would have to look at. Like, for example, eventual creeps or what doesn't fix correctly, you know, not the perfect image that you can see from the website. So that was my aim when I come here. And I knew the property, so I knew how to move inside of it, and I was quite confident. Even if I remember it was I don't know if a Saturday or a Friday, so there were the cleaning because there was the guest change. And so I was moving towards the cleaning lady and everything. And it's okay. If they like the video in this way, they would like the property, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As we know, when you purchase a property, especially in a foreign country, there are many things to do. My question for you both is, did Great Estate stay by your side kind of during this process and during the after sales?
Well, for sure. I think Roberto, knowing what it takes to own a property here, you know, I don't know if he just wakes up in the middle of the night and thinks, oh, they need someone to prepare their documents to pay the property taxes, but he's always giving us things in a timely manner, never too late, always helpful, always giving us the name and phone number, introductions to people. Not too many though, it's like just exactly what you need and what you want. And anyway, it goes back to the trust. If Roberto says you should have someone do this for you, of course it makes perfect sense. And so far everyone he's recommended has been top notch. So we've just been very happy.
And in conclusion, how would you imagine, or how do you imagine your future holidays here in your new property?
Well, we're definitely going to be here every summer.
Very
This is our first, we purchased the house, 6 months ago now? And this is our first summer, and we have probably had the best trip of our lives.
You guys have already had some friends and family.
Quite a few. It's
Yeah.
been very, very special down.
Yeah.
Very, meaningful for us. So, and then, of course, we imagine our children getting older. Maybe someone would like to get married here one day. Who knows? But it's something that will be in our family for a very long time. And that gives us some happiness and comfort too. So it's long term, and it's just a great spot. We're really happy.
And now I'll give you guys the floor to you guys. Would you like to tell your friends about your experience with Great Estate?
Don't be afraid to explore property, especially with Roberto and his team. It's it's comprehensive. It's without pressure. It's knowledge based, and I think overall the firm does a very good job handling the soft parts of the transactions and also kind of the hard details and the contractual components.
Yeah, it can be unsettling to buy, conceptually, to buy real estate in a foreign country. But Roberto and Great Estate made the process feel like we were doing it in our backyard.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you everyone, or thank you Cassia and Reed for being here today. Thank you for your testimony. Thank you also to Roberto and Mariana for being here today. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you at the next Great Estate interview.